I love all the bubbles.
Bubbles! Yay! Welcome. It's Sweet Subversives with Cara and Heather. We're back. Sorry, I'm being really weird today. I don't know. It's October and I love October and there's lots of fun things
What's
coming
one of
up.
the fun things coming up?
There's my birthday on Friday and this
Happy
weekend.
birthday!
I love having a birthday that's on the beginning of a weekend. I mean, it's
Oh my God,
so
yeah.
great. Oh, I'm gonna close my Outlook or I'll keep getting messages saying you have email. I'm like, there we go. I know it's all like that kind of thing, but birthdays are super fun, you know.
Birthday!
I like that. I'm not a big like presents person, but I love parties and I love being able to have drinks with friends and do fun stuff. And that's what birthdays are to me, you know, not getting stuff because I don't need anything, you know. I mean, maybe a trip to like Portugal, but you know, I wouldn't turn that down, but at the same time, stuff I don't really need.
So how is your Portuguese going?
I'm on day 42 and I don't hardly know anything. The thing is, I can read it really fast and well, but I'm not to the point where I could just like start talking. But if I heard somebody speaking in it, I would know. So, and I always had that problem I took like French for 2 years and I knew exactly what he was saying,
Yeah,
especially the food parts because I love like, oh, fromage. Yes, I would love to
right.
know more about the cheese. Tell me more. But like I also was a C student in that too, so it takes me a lot longer. But I will say Duolingo is a great way of learning. It's a lot of fun, but the best thing would probably be to practice with people. Then
I
you're close.
tried Duolingo for Greece and I failed miserably.
I have a hard time
I just
learning
couldn't
this
do it.
way. I just think you have to be like, for me, it's just like you got to be forced to be there, and then you start picking stuff up because
I think I need like a structured class. Like I need to interact with a human being and have a structured class.
like most of the people that I know of that are moving to other countries, they get like a tutor, like a
Yeah.
one-on-one class, and it worked really well for them. But I think that if I ever like moved to another country and I needed to get proficient, I would totally do that
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I think I need to do that kind of thing.
it's fun. It's fun. It feels like I'm playing a game, and they do this competitive thing where they make you like go, hey, you don't want to lose your momentum, and so they send you reminders
No,
every
I
day.
don't. I
I,
must do this.
I gotta do it.
I gotta get my
So
dopamine hit.
I like it, but some of the stuff I have a hard time, like the plural, feminine, masculine stuff. Ugh, I mess that up so bad all the time. Like what verb is this? I don't understand. Why can't you use the same verb for everything? And I'm like, it's because you get so used to English. You're just like, is there a masculine form of this word? No, there isn't. So anyway, it's going well. Thank you for asking.
Yay!
And cheers.
Oh, I gotta get my cocktail ready. I haven't poured it yet.
Oh
So the
yeah.
so what are you drinking first?
I am okay. My husband got instead of Diet Coke, he got Coke Zero, which I like better, but he likes Diet Coke better, so I'm fine with that. But it tastes so good, and I have this coconut rum that
Ooh.
tastes super good with Coke Zero, but not Diet Coke.
I
And
just
so,
bought coconut liqueur today.
mm, it's super good with it. And then I have limes in here because I bought a whole bunch of limes and I just love the way limes are. So it's
Yay!
it's a rum and coke basically, but I like the coconut rum in it. It's so much better.
Very nice.
Mm.
So I'm keeping with my candy bar theme for the month. I'm going to do a candy
Oh
bar themed cocktail um, each week. So tonight is a Reese's peanut butter cup.
yeah. I love that. Oh my god.
So it is a there's actually peanut butter liqueur. Okay, so it's
Oh my god.
and
Hello,
it's equal
lady.
parts. Hi. So it's equal parts of this, and it is one part. of that peanut butter liqueur, although you can do
Ooh.
peanut butter whiskey. There's a
Oh,
peanut butter whiskey
ooh,
you can do,
peanut
but
butter
I
whiskey.
hate whiskey, so not doing
Oh,
that.
yeah, don't do whiskey if you don't like it.
And then there is a shot of like one part of a Godiva cream chocolate,
Oh my
right?
God, that sounds amazing.
And then there is a shot of just a chocolate, like a clear chocolate vodka, right? And so
Hmm.
it's equal parts. And then of course, you mix, 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 mix,
Oh
because
man.
you want it cold. Like you don't want a lukewarm cocktail.
No, it always is better when it's cold. I agree.
Exactly. And I have seen this garnished with like those little Reese's peanut butter cups. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, yeah, I would do that. But I did
Awesome.
not do that.
Well,
However, I did do something else for my cocktail. Let me pour this and then I will show you. Um, I did rim the glass in dark chocolate syrup.
yes, you rule.
So I'm
I
pretty happy
love
about
it.
this. Now I haven't tried this yet, so it might taste like crap.
So
Let's
don't
see.
do a spit take. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Cheers. I bet you it's awesome. Oh,
Oh my God, that is good.
oh, I trade you.
I tried just a little nip of the um, peanut butter liqueur, and I was like, I don't know about that. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't just pour that over ice and drink it. And of course it says on the bottle, oh, just put an ice cube in your glass and pour it in and drink it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would do that. Like, I don't think it tastes that good. And I like peanut butter. Like, I like peanut butter.
Oh,
Um, but this works, and it tastes kind of like a Reese's candy
oh
bar.
my God, I gotta try that. That sounds amazing. I do love Reese's peanut butter
Well,
cups.
maybe you'll have to try one
I
this
will.
weekend.
I know, right? Well, birthday celebration.
Yes.
You know we're gonna.
Oh my God, yeah. I would definitely do this again. This is a
Oh
good
my
one.
God,
This is a
yes.
keeper.
You have to like do you have one of those little books for your cocktail recipes that you can like go, yes, I tried this, it's awesome, or don't ever drink this unless you are eating fish or something weird.
So I have them in a Google Doc because for a long time I
Oh,
didn't, and I would just remember cocktails that I liked. I would be like, "Oh yeah, I like that cocktail. I like that cocktail." But after a few years, like you don't remember them. So I started to compile them in a Google document, like my favorite cocktails, and then I
there's
put little
been
notes next to them.
like every once in a while I'll have a dream about a drink that you made, and there was one with elderflowers, and I was just like, oh my God, I want that. And it was like having a dream about it, and then I woke up, I'm like, Kara, can you make this drink? I just like come over.
Yeah, there's a few, and I think that was a gin one.
Oh my God, it was
I think that
delicious.
had gin, and I think it had champagne in it.
Yes, that rings a bell because it was just
Uh-huh.
like, so good. Or like when we went to, okay, this, I'm totally going on tangents. Oh, there's Dan Fishman. Yes,
And
yes, yes. Like in our libertarian national at New Orleans, going to the one the bar that had the fancy drinks. The guy was in the tuxedo looking suit. And,
yes.
God, I can't remember what it was called. It was like some sort of orange, and it was like he poured it from up high, and then it was frothy and perfect, and it was like a
Yeah.
dreamsicle. Just, oh, I love that. I think there's something artistic and beautiful and pure about perfect cocktails. And I
Oh,
think
it's an
people,
art. I mean, it's culinary. It is
yes.
culinary.
And I think people don't appreciate it. And then when you have perfect drinks, all of a sudden you're going, what have I been doing with my life? Why am I not drinking this all the time? And then I thought, my job.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and it could be that, and it could be like, um,
Cocktail Google Doc.
I know. I, you
I will
know,
say that's probably true, Debbie.
yeah, I'm kind of known for my Google documents.
I know. We also do the show partly from a Google document because we live in different cities and that kind of thing. So
I
yeah,
organize my life with Google documents, like even my
Google.
personal life.
Yes. I mean, it makes it so I can show up on time. I know what I'm bringing, I'm prepared, I've learned a
Yep.
lot from you, Kara, over the years, and that is one of the good things.
Oh, so I'll give people another tip.
Yes.
Here's another helpful tip
Yes.
for organizing your life. Every evening, load all of your dishes in the dishwasher, right?
Yep.
Run it when you go to bed.
Yeah, totally.
When you get up in the morning and you're making your coffee or your tea and you're
Empty
waiting
it.
for the water to heat up, that's when you empty it.
Yeah.
If you do that every day, you will not have dishes stack up and be crap. Do I use Google Keep? I don't use Google Keep. I'm going to need to check into that,
You have
Nick.
to look at that
I
too.
definitely need to check in that. So we have people popping on because I gave them a little hint that we're going to be giving a lot of shout outs to people today.
Yes. Oh, we should
Um,
probably get to it then. I mean, I could
I
talk
know we
about
should jump in. We should jump in. Let's so I want people to think about this because we're going to come back to this towards the end. So
yeah.
start thinking about what October surprises you predict are going to happen, right?
Oh,
Because there's always October surprises in campaigns, right?
oh God,
Because
yeah.
you want to have it late enough that you can punch them in the face,
Mm.
early enough that you can punch them in the face and it really hurts them, but late enough that they can't punch you back.
Oh
Right?
God,
So that's
yeah.
the whole deal of an October surprise. You want to try to affect an election through something, right?
Now,
You can hold information back and release it, or do something wonderful that you then get to publicize, whatever that is for an October surprise.
so
So
are you referring to like local elections or like
any elections,
presidential?
any elections. So if you have
Okay.
a can, hi Rory, if you have, oh, Dan is predicting that Trump is going to have a significant relapse.
Oh, now
That would be an October
that
surprise.
would be. I had a thought about Trump, that he'll do a Hail Mary and make pot legal.
I think that would be one hell of an October surprise.
Because I
Um,
think people would be a lot nicer to him if pot was legal.
I honestly think that could have a significant shift if he did that. I think that a vaccine will be announced
Oh yeah.
before the election. However, I don't think that will be. Um, I don't think it will be a viable vaccine.
No.
I think the information will be released about it, but um, it won't be workable. It'll be false,
Or you can't
which
be
we've
anything.
seen with October surprises before. So remember, Nixon did the October surprise of, hey, peace is breaking out. It's going to be wonderful. And he did that just a few days before the election, right? And people were like, oh my God. And he had all these signs at his rally saying, peace, we're going to have peace. It's going to be wonderful. And it was a lie. Like it wasn't happening.
Oh yeah. So
But
maybe like
he won
the good news
re-election.
could be a lie.
Ooh, Nick's got a
Ooh,
good one.
ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh yeah.
That would be amazing.
I think that would be a really
That would be
good
a hell
thing.
of an October surprise.
Yeah, I think like when you get this close to an election happening, I think having the surprise at the last minute is about the smartest thing you can do because the other side would scramble and go, "Oh crap."
Yeah, Nick is saying, Nixon lied.
Well, I like this black and white
So
cat for the
here
smartest.
is an October surprise. Um,
Oh, Nixon lied. I missed that one.
Someone comes forth saying that Biden did more than sniff them as a minor.
Oh yeah. Oh, that could be a thing. Although I'd be just as unsurprised if somebody did the same thing for Trump. I mean, like really, they're both super winners. So, so yeah. I mean,
For skeevy.
it could happen on both sides.
It could. Okay, so if you guys think of more October surprises that you think could happen, put them in the comments and we'll put them up. But we're going to run to some fun news that's
Yeah,
coming
we
up.
have some good stuff too.
We do. So first of all, congratulations to Joshua Flynn. Now he is running for Illinois House 78th District, and he just got the Chicago Tribune endorsement in that race.
Oh my
That
goodness.
is like earth shattering. That is earth shattering that they endorsed him. I mean, they endorsed him over a Democrat. I I don't even know what to say about that. Like I'm just
It is just awesome because the Chicago Tribune, they're very, highly respected. And I was just kind of interested in the fact that they started off talking about the candidate that they didn't want to support.
right
And then
saying she sucks,
she sucks. But
right?
I guess we'll go with the libertarian Joshua Flynn. Yay! From of Chicago, who is active in the Austin community and realizes high property taxes and lack of affordable housing are driving people out of Illinois. Those
Yeah.
issues are far more crucial than gas pumping. And they have a typo that bothers me. Flynn is a long shot, but he is endorsed.
He is endorsed. And we're also starting to see unions endorse libertarian candidates. We're starting to see other political action committees endorse some of them that are 2A rights that used to, never even look at a libertarian. They're starting to endorse libertarians. So we are seeing different organizations that normally would only endorse one particular party, either, one of the two old parties. And now they're endorsing libertarians.
It's amazing.
Yep.
Yay! We live
And
in
you
a
are
great
correct,
time.
Nick. A backhanded endorsement is still an endorsement.
It's the truth. Oh man, there's all the comments are flying.
I know it.
The
And we are going to be talking about LPTV. So you can check that episode on LPTV. But we're going to be getting to that in a minute. Next up is, do you guys remember Ken Bone from 2016? He was in
oh yeah.
he was in the audience as an undecided voter in the 2016 debate, like the second debate. And his question was amazing, and he became like an internet hero. People dressed like him for Halloween. I mean, he just took everything by storm. And his question was a really thought out question, and it wasn't just one way or another of what you think is usual for like dividing the two usual gangs that we have, right? So he's talking
Yeah.
about energy policy, talking about being environmentally friendly, but also minimizing job loss. Yes, the red sweater guy.
I
So,
love that
and he was
sweater so
amazing,
hard.
and he was just like nerdy and awesome and wonderful. So he just tweeted out that he voted for Clinton in 2016. And this morning he sealed my mail in ballot and voted for Joe Jorgensen.
Yay!
And he
That
has
guy.
quite a following on Twitter. So that was kind of
Yeah.
amazing to see. So we are seeing people who are taking a look at the candidates and going, nope, nope, and then looking at Joe Jorgensen and saying, yes, that's who I'm going to vote for. And yeah, totally the red sweater guy.
I love that red sweater. It's he's just like a kind of neat person too. I've been watching some
Yeah,
interviews, and he got really famous in the last 4 years.
he
You know,
did.
for
Yeah,
standing
he
up
really did.
for what he believed in.
Yeah, well, and just being like rational,
Yeah, I love rational people. We need
rational.
more of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay! Good news.
Absolutely. So if you all see other people who are announcing their vote for George Jorgensen, let us know. Oh, Nick. Oh, no.
Oh, should I put that up?
Yes,
Oh God.
she did,
Bone with a
but in a
capital
good
B?
way. In a
Okay.
good way.
Wait. What is a good? Okay, now I don't know what's happening. So what does this mean?
Ken
Bone.
Bone.
Oh, Bone, because his
Bone.
name. Aha! I'm slow. I was thinking. I'm like, that's just terrible, Nick. I love it.
So now LPTV has already been mentioned, and that was because Josh Flynn was on an episode of LPTV. And if you guys aren't familiar with LPTV, you guys should check it out. And you can check it out on YouTube, and you can check it out on Facebook and different places like that. So one of the things that I want to highlight is Usually on Wednesday at 6 p.m., that type of thing. So we also have launched a libertarian show that is in Spanish. And we have Martha Bueno, we have Zach Foster, and they're the hosts for this show. And it is in Spanish language, and they interview different people. And that's kind of an amazing thing, and that's really a neat area of outreach that we're doing. But there's tons of really good shows on LP TV. They do the cocktail hour, all kinds of stuff like that. This was from this evening, so if you're wondering what you should be doing before you watch us on Sweet Subversives, you can definitely watch this show. Also, LPTV has a cocktail hour, and people are just invited to join in, and you can hang out with people, and you can join in and chat with them, and that kind of thing. And it's just kind of a fun way to connect. But there's all different kinds of show. There's candidates corners, where you can see interviews with candidates. So some really, really good stuff happening on LPTV. So if you're not subscribing yet to LPTV, definitely do so. There's way more on there than you may expect. And they have incredible, incredible interviews. Like tonight was Antonelia, I'm hoping I'm getting her right name, Marty, and she works with the Argentine Parliament as a public policy advisor. She's also the director of the Center for Latin American Studies for the Libertad Foundation. She's written a few books. She's been in with the Cato Foundation. So really fascinating person and great interview. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things like this. And Libertarians at Large tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's also something you can join in and watch. So, yeah, it's been incredible watching LPTV launch and then grow.
Yes.
There is some really good
They're
stuff on
doing
there.
some really amazing things. I love it.
Oh my God, yeah. And the interviews and the conversations have really been incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, the one good thing about 2020 is we're seeing more and more great
Yeah,
streaming shows where people can share and what good things are going on all around the country. It
yeah,
makes me super excited.
exactly, exactly. And it is really good. So something that LP National has been working on for a while, and we were finally able to get it out. We did kind of a soft launch at the in-person convention, but now they're rolling out. So what we did is and this was when Nick Sarwak was chair, and I talked to him and I talked to Dan Fishman, who's our executive director, and we wanted to come up with a way to recognize our Libertarian county and municipal elected officials. And so we had this pin designed, and those two gentlemen gave the green light for it. And then I worked with Ryan Waterbury, and he did the design. So if you like that design, thank Ryan for that.
Yay, Ryan. He's a
And
great
so,
designer.
yeah, so we got that designed and we sent that out. We have 233 elected. So we have 231 on the website. A couple more are going to be added because the other nice thing is, as these pins have gone out to our elected officials and they've been posting about them on social media, a couple other of our elected officials who got elected on their own and are libertarian members, but didn't really, contact their state party or that kind of thing. They said, hey, I'm an elected libertarian. I'm a member. And I'm like, great, give me your information. Let's get you listed. We'll get your pin out, that type of thing. So those pins are going out. Hopefully we have everyone's current address. This is a reminder. Keep your address, keep your
Up to
address current
date.
with us, because there's good things that happen. And what I'm hoping is that this year after the election, we have cause to design a pin for our state electeds.
That would be awesome.
And so that will be a different design and a different pin. And that will be something to go out. And I sent a card out with these, and I thought it was important because it's true. This is a pin, unlike through donations or, ones you can just purchase or that kind of thing. You can't buy this pin. You can't. You can only earn this sucker with blood, sweat, and
Oh,
tears on the campaign trail. And that is what our candidates are doing right now. Blood, sweat, and tears, folks. Blood, sweat, and tears going on right now. And they are gutting it out through the end of this campaign season. Oh, and Nick says his campaign manager, Richard, was wearing his today. I love
oh,
that. I love that. That is sweet. So, I'm hoping that I know we're going to give a lot more out in November. I'm hoping we have cause to design more pins for different levels of electeds, and that this is something people can wear with pride. And I do wear my pin to different official events and that kind of thing, because I want people to know that, to get it normalized that, you know, libertarians do get elected. We do get elected. We are out there and we are doing some amazing things.
I just wanted to say, I think it's really cool that you handwrite your notes. I was just looking at that going, there's 233 of those going out, and Kara Schultz handwrote every single one of them. I'm just like, you rock, lady.
Oh, well, and my hand is like dying because I'm in the midst
Ah.
of addressing all the envelopes to do thank yous for our current candidates.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think if people run for office, they deserve a thank you. Like they deserve a thank you. And I know what it's like to run for office. Like I know what that's like. I know all of the time spent with family that is just not happening.
Oh, yeah.
And I know how your feet are about to die because you're knocking doors. And I know how you swing back and forth between hope and despair about 70 times a day.
The
And
swings of the
you're
moon.
you're trying to manage your campaign and try to somewhat have a family life, but not really, and keep your job, and like all of these things that you're trying to balance. Um, all while people are telling you how you could run your campaign better.
Oh, yeah. Which is super fun and not
Yeah.
very helpful at the time.
While now they're not donating or assisting.
Yeah.
And other people are just saying like absolutely vile, nasty things about you, right?
Yeah.
So I get that.
You have
So
to be made of Teflon to be running sometimes.
you do.
Or you
You,
get
you have to
transformed into
just
it.
you have to get a little bit of tunnel vision to push through. But
That's
when you
why,
get elected, you can do some amazing things.
yes,
You can
I
do
think
some
it's
really
worth
amazing
it.
things.
And we need more libertarians out there running. I think that's amazing. Yay!
Absolutely.
So,
And I want to give a
congratulations.
shout out to Deborah Altman. So in
Ooh,
2019, she was elected to New York City Education Council. And oh, yeah, Dan, totally. Yep. You know what will make you win? Uh-huh. Yeah.
lots of money.
Right. I know. And that's usually my answer. I'm like, if you donate a lot of money, that will help
Might
me win.
help. It probably would, but
Or if
that's
you'd like to door knock all weekend with me, that would do it. So I do want to give a shout out to her because so she, she's elected to an education council, which is a little unusual for a libertarian. Libertarians generally don't run for education or school board or those types of positions. And I wish they would
I
because you can
almost
have a
did
huge
this one.
impact. Yeah,
But it was like 4 positions and there was like 28 people running, so I'm like,
I know.
"Oh,
I know. Maybe next time, Heather. We're gonna
yes,
we're gonna find an office for you to run for,
we
Heather.
will, we
It's gonna
will."
happen. It's
I
gonna
know it.
happen.
I'll keep my eye out.
So today, Deborah said, um, in New York City, they are doing mandatory and random testing of their students. And they are doing it without parental notification, without the parent being there, all that kind of stuff. And so she, in her position on the Education Council, she wrote a resolution for them to adopt. And the resolution was that no child should be required to have a medical procedure
Hmm.
without their parent or pediatrician present or participating. So special needs children, she was especially focused on protecting them,
Yes.
struggle with any procedure, and to have strangers touch them behind closed doors, conduct a medical procedure on them without a parent present to support or assist them would cause more harm than good. And so her resolution offered some options and ways that they could ensure safety, but also to ensure the safety of their children when these types of medical procedures are proposed. And the council has agreed to adopt it.
Oh, good. That is good news. I'm happy to hear that.
So those are the kinds of amazing things that you can do when you win.
Yes.
But the first step to winning is you got to run. Now, Deborah ran in 2019, and for our 2019 candidates, and they are mostly in municipal and county races for the most part. If you ran as a libertarian, you had a 27% chance of winning. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
But you have to be focused. You got to, pick your race strategically. You got to do, got to check all your boxes on your campaign. But we are having success.
Yes.
And I am pretty excited about it. And it's really neat to see. I mean, last time when we talked about Cassandra Fryman, who was able to decriminalize marijuana.
That's awesome.
I mean, there's all kinds of amazing things that our elected officials are doing.
And working together. Sometimes people are really new at the process, and having someone like, I don't know, like Cara, who's been elected and says like, this is how you can do it.
I'm the cautionary tale, not the role model.
Well, you throw yourself into it 100,000%, but still.
My fellow city councilors are still taking bets on when I'm going to just say the F word right during a council meeting.
Oh, you haven't
yet? Well, loud enough for the microphone to pick up. Because there may be a lot of, oh, for fuck's sake, muttered frequently.
Yes, Cara tries really hard not to say the F-bomb, but every once in a while, I've been with you, and I'm like, oh no. Because you really, like, when somebody is being dippy, you're like, for fuck's sake, really? And you're just like, wait, okay. For fart's sake.
I try to say freaking.
Freaking. Are you freaking kidding me?
Which the newspaper has actually quoted me a couple of times now saying freaking.
Oh, the upward being
yes.
Fund you.
Fund, yeah, fund you.
I know it. Fund you.
Uh-huh. You know it.
Oh, I can't tell who this is yet, but it's from Hurricane Central.
Ooh. Yikes. Good luck.
Is there a hurricane? Yes, there is.
There is. There is.
Oh,
and I've seen a couple posts from people and trees down and all that kind of stuff already, and pretty scary stuff.
This is all we need in 2020. More hurricanes.
Well, so we're looking at, in the Twin Cities area, and Heather's going to come visit me for her birthday, and we're going to go out for dinner. So this is the most 2020 thing ever, because when you're talking about, oh my God, 2020 things, as we're planning where to go for dinner for her birthday, we're making a backup restaurant plan in case we can't go there because of riots.
What other freaking year would this even be an issue?
That's 2020.
I'm like, hey, let's go to this really cool place downtown. Oh, but if there's a riot, maybe we should find another place, Like, when have we ever said this in our lives?
Where you're just like, oh, well, there might be a riot, so we should just...
Maybe we should stay home. I don't know. Let's risk it. We can combine birthday and rioting.
Well, we could just, pick the Uber driver carefully.
Say, do you drive a tank?
You have a Jeep? You got a Jeep, dude?
Something that can get in and out of riots. And they
got a Humvee. Who has a Humvee?
Old. I love that.
So another thing, and this is another audience participation.
Mhm.
So I know you're still thinking about like October surprises. And just to give you the other heads up, at the end of the show, we always put in, and you can put in one awesome thing that happened to you this past week. And then we share, what that awesome thing was so that we can end on a high note and we can all celebrate with one another. But this is something else to contemplate. And I saw
Mm.
this post by Tom Arnold and I started thinking,
Bring that up.
so we're always talking about the friends we've lost because of campaigns,
Yeah,
right? And oh, so and so unfriended me because of blah, 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 right?
yeah,
But Tom had a post that stands that on its head, right?
yeah.
So he says, he's got a great many friends, old friends, lifelong friends that he loves and cherishes. But to be honest, only a few of those compare to the friends I've acquired in the Libertarian Party.
Isn't that lovely?
It is. And so that caused me to think, rather than focus on the people that unfriend you because of who you're voting for or whatever, what friends have you gained because of your involvement in politics?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that you wouldn't have met otherwise, either because you did a campaign and ran for office and you met people, or people who are in the Libertarian Party, like you joined the Libertarian Party and now they're like your besties and it's an amazing thing. So how many people have you gained?
So many. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, like I showed up. I was going to serve coffee at the Minnesota Libertarian Convention.
I roped Heather into it. I'm like, you're going to help me because we're doing the hospitality suite.
I'm like, I'll go for a party. I mean, I was like, was not a libertarian like when I went, and then all of a sudden I talked to people, and I was pretty independent. I was more Democrat back then, but
Yeah.
independent. And then like I talked to people and went, wait a minute, they're all pretty cool, and they agree with me on almost everything. Maybe I'm a libertarian, and then I got sucked in.
That's how we do it.
They got me.
We
And
we do it with our great ideas and friendliness.
booze and hanging out.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, there might have been a lot of booze, but
But I mean, the great ideas and
and
friendliness,
donuts. There was
totally.
donuts.
And that was the thing. There's tons of donuts and good
A lot of
coffee, and
donuts.
you know, it's like Xer knows who I am.
Oh my God, for real.
Like all the famous libertarians, and then like I got to go to the national committee meeting the other day, and
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, they're talking to me. I felt like a nobody with all the cool kids, and I'm like, yeah, I'm at the cool kids party. And it was really nice to meet people, and everyone has such great ideas. They're passionate about what, like the Libertarian Party. I mean, really, once you get around everyone, it's just amazing.
I'll tell you, some of my besties I met in my 2014 campaign. And I didn't even win an election. Like, so I didn't win in 2014. But the people I met in 2014, I mean, they're some of my besties. I met
Yeah.
Pat Barnum.
Oh, I
I
love
met
her.
her
Pat
2014.
Barnum.
Jonathan Painter,
Oh, they're so nice.
Jackson Harvey.
Yes.
I mean, so like all these people that we still hang around with, and like they're some of like the best, happiest, wonderful people.
Yeah.
Joe Gotten, Lloyd Cheney. I mean, it's a long, long, long list of people that I met in my 2014 campaign. Um, when I got involved in the Gary Johnson campaign in
Oh,
2011, 2012, that was when I joined the Libertarian Party. And so I met people like Michelle McCutcheon,
oh yeah,
Debbie
right?
Dean, so they were different state chairs for the campaign. Uh, I mean, incredible friends, people I am friends with now. I met Jess Mears in the 2016 Gary Johnson campaign.
So
I mean,
cool.
people that I'm so when I think about, the impact that politics has had in my life, I mean, I think Tom Arnold has it exactly right. I need to stop thinking about people that ditch you, right? Because they weren't really
Yeah.
your friends. So I mean, they ditch you, and think about all the amazing people that I've met and are still in my life and are really good, wonderful friends.
Yeah, because most of the people you lose are the ones that didn't really care about you that much in the first place, that they would let this get between you.
Yeah.
You
But
know, I
so
mean,
what people have you met that you're like, this is awesome. I met them through politics and now they're besties.
like Genesis Mickle, I met her, and we worked on the
Yes.
Advice Writers Workshop together, and I never would have met her if I hadn't gone to the Libertarian convention and gotten to meet her through
Yeah.
some of the different events too. So, I mean, they're, like Ryan Waterbury is super nice, and a Gusty grad. So like
Yes.
weirdly, we are all like tied together in like some sort of like also like we are. It's sort of like these like that Kevin Bacon game, like by the like I know this person, and then because of this, like we are like practically cousins now. I don't know. But like Chris Holbrook, he was so
Yeah.
friendly and kind, and there's something infectious about enthusiasm when you get around people who like do the work. All right, and he's like,
Mhm.
you're awesome. And it's just like you become friends more with people, and over time you want to help them and you want them to succeed too,
Yeah.
not just because it's we're all libertarians and it's the issues, it's also like good people, and I want to see good people succeed and do well.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. And I've been really fortunate that now in working with LP National, now I get to go around and meet people face to face that I wouldn't have had an opportunity to meet. And I mean, God,
Right?
that's pretty damn
It's
cool. It's
so
pretty amazing.
exciting.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm a baby libertarian, and I'm like, look at all the people I've met so far. It's insane. I just think it's super cool, and I loved every person that I've met. Like I can't remember, okay, back in the old days when I was on the other team, I don't remember meeting people that were as just super lovely and helpful, and you know,
Yeah.
it, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I have like my heart just swells.
Well, and it kind of coincides with that meme that is going around right now. Like if you
Oh
are,
yeah. I haven't.
looking on Libertarian Facebook, the meme where it's four living people that have influenced you politically, right?
Yeah.
And oh, that's super sweet, Dan. That's actually that. That's totally true. Yeah, it is. It
It's like
is.
we all grow up together as
Yeah,
libertarians. It's
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah. And so people are putting their meme together of their pictures of four people that influence them politically. And it's kind of neat to see that. So, and the thing is they have to still be alive. So it does get libertarians out of the dustbin of history of dead economists. Right?
Right?
Yeah.
We have to think about the positive things sometimes.
So yeah. So it's kind of neat seeing who influenced people. So, I mean, are there people that have influenced you that are still alive
Well, I,
that
I
have
mean,
influenced you politically?
I have to say, when I met Gary Johnson, he's just such a nice person and thoughtful, and I saw him helping people. Like he go out of his way,
Yeah.
if somebody was like struggling carrying something, he'd just stop and help them. He's just a kind person, and I thought,
Yeah.
like, that's what I want to see. I want to see kind people in office, because I know they're not just looking out for themselves. They will stop and help somebody, and open a door for people, and not just like be off in their own little world. And I just thought that was really important to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, Gary Johnson is definitely on my list of people who have influenced me politically for sure. Uh, Nick Sarwark is definitely one of them that's on my list
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Kara Schultz is on mine just because like you kind of got me into everything and and you explained things to me because I felt dumb about stuff and I didn't want to ask
Oh,
questions to like because sometimes you get on the internet and you like go, hey, what does this mean? And someone's like, are you stupid? Blah blah blah. You should not. You're not a real libertarian. And I'm like, I can't be if I don't know anything.
that's how you know you're a real libertarian when people tell you you're not.
See, I guess right away I was because they, because then somebody's like, I disagree, you know. But it's having nice people like go, hey, what does this mean? Why is that? Why do we do that?
Hmm.
That's what I appreciated about you too. So I'm not just sucking up because you're on my show. It's true. Oh Lord, how about you, Kara?
I mean, God, the problem is it's hard to keep it to four people
No, I know. There's so many
because I
good.
have a long list and
Oh, I just thought of one. Sorry,
oh,
I was just like I
no,
keep thinking of like
say it.
okay, like at my first convention, Sam Goldstein, like he's just so awesome and thoughtful and like he does the work, and I was just like,
He
wow.
does.
And I like seeing hardworking people that do because he was on my first convention. He was on the training for the delegates, and I was afraid I was going to be stupid and do nothing right. And he was one of the people that were involved in that made me feel like I could do it. Oh,
And I have a special place in my heart for curmudgeons.
oh, I love that too. I married a curmudgeon, so right.
I know.
Be kind or be gone.
Yeah. And that's not a bad motto.
Is
That
there a
is
Google
not a bad
Doc?
motto at all. But
No, I'm
yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you
no,
saying?
no, no. I was just saying, but I have a long list of people that have influenced me. I mean, Michelle
Oh,
McCutcheon, she's definitely one that has influenced me because she's always looking for the way to move just that tiny step more forward. And so that has really motivated me politically to try to do that. Um, a person who has motivated me locally,
mm.
and she's not a libertarian, but I'm going to mention her anyway, even though it's supposed to be libertarians. But Liz Workman, she's the county
Oh, that's
commissioner
so good.
here, and she's pretty freaking amazing. And she's tough.
She
She
is
is
very tough.
tough, um, but she's pretty damn amazing. Uh,
I like her a
I
lot.
want to be her when I grow up.
I
So
know she's so cool.
yeah, she is.
And it's just sometimes there's just people who have qualities, and it doesn't matter politically, but you just think like I want to be like you when I grow up, and I'm like going to be 47 on Friday, and I'm just like, when am I going to grow up? Wait, I'll be 80 all of a sudden. I'm like, I'm like them finally.
I would say, Andy Burns,
Andy Burns is great.
because he's another person that's a doer. Like he does stuff and he's very focused on doing things. Um, my God, that guy has energy.
Oh,
Holy cow.
I know that impresses me. Like people who can just go, go, go.
Yeah. And he does. I mean, he just go, 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 go. Really, really incredible. And I like how his brain works. Um, he has over the years driven me nuts. We've hung up on each other more than
Yeah,
once, more than
yeah.
once. Uh, but I mean, I love how the other thing that I really love about him is no job is beneath him.
I love
Whatever
that.
needs to be get done, he's gonna
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Like, if it just needs to get done, it needs to get done. And some people are like, "Oh, well, I can't do that, that's not my area, that's beneath it." He is never like that,
I love
and,
that.
I think that's fantastic to have. I love that. Um, I don't know. Who
Well,
else?
I think you did good. That's a lot. I mean, we could be
Yeah,
like, I mean, we're not the Academy Awards where we have to just keep going and going and going all night, and people are like, just give the awards already. But
right.
like seriously, there's some great people, and they all deserve a little bit of love. A little accolades for all the hard work they do.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'd love to like find the person who knows all the Roberts rules and is like super smart about like why and when we do certain things and not in this case. I mean, I love that kind of the knowledge that comes with like how does this system work? Because I often go, am I going to screw this up?
So, Nick is amazing at that
Oh,
nationally.
yes.
Locally, there's a gentleman, named Tyler Schlinger,
Oh, yeah.
and he referred to learning Robert's rules as learning meeting jujitsu,
Oh, I love
using your
that.
opponent's energy against them.
Ah, see, that's what I want to understand is kind of the art of war
He used
behind
to
the
teach excellent
politics.
classes on that.
Oh, I should do that sometime because I think that's amazing. And you watch like what's happening and you go, I see it happening. This is why it's happening. I love that. And I think that's one of the things as I get older, I'd like to understand more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So if anyone has their four people, you
Yeah,
can
you can
definitely post
share.
them. Um, or you can start to put down your one awesome thing that happened to you this week that you want to share, and we can definitely share that.
Oh, man.
Um, you know, uh, Although one thing, so I think in the future, like a person who is starting to really influence me
Hmm.
is our VP candidate.
Oh, yeah.
I
Especially
have been incredibly impressed by him, and I think he's one of the bright stars, one of the bright stars of the future of our party,
that's
especially
awesome.
in um, like ethical thought, how to do compassionate policy, all of those types of areas. So he is definitely someone I'm
That's
going to be
so
watching and
cool.
keeping track of. I watch his stuff. I read what he writes. I check out his videos, all that kind of stuff. I've been beyond impressed with him.
Yes. I have to admit
He's
when
awesome.
before the election not the nomination process, I didn't know that much about him, but now the more I see of him, the more I'm like, yeah, this guy is amazing. He's such a great person too.
Hmm.
I love that.
So
Hmm.
we're towards the end where we do our one awesome thing. So while we talk about our one awesome thing for the week, you guys can post what your awesome thing that happened to you this week is, and then we can share that.
Please do.
So, what was your awesome thing, Heather?
Oh, this is part of like lighting the fire under your own ass kind of thing. And this week I have a website that I have left alone for many years because I'm like, I'll do it when I have time, blah, blah, blah. And I finally updated it and added Sweet Subversive Show onto it. Yay! And I added a book that I didn't have on there because I do some short stories. So, and I
Yes.
think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty sucky at WordPress, but because I left it alone for so long, I couldn't remember how to do it. So I got it finally done this week. So yay me, yay getting things done. when
That is awesome.
I just saw
And I
Nick
saw that. Yes.
Robert.
Oh, exactly. Yep.
Oh my god,
That would be
I
a
want to
handy
read
chart.
all of that. Okay, I'm gonna learn
That
it
would be
all.
a handy chart.
So yeah. Okay, sorry. So that was it's not a huge thing, but to me it was a big deal. And
Oh, that is awesome.
like every week I try to do one little thing to like make stuff
Yeah.
better. Like I put little sparklies behind our us today so we're glowing and look beautiful.
Yes.
And so next week who knows what it'll be. It might be something different. So
No,
how
that
about
is awesome.
yeah. And it's my birthday this week, so everything's awesome. So whatever.
Yes.
I'm still here. How about you?
Yes, we're still kicking.
We're kicking. You can't stop us now. Oh, here, Nick.
Oh, there's Nick's for it. Oh,
Oh,
pendulum. Oh, it's a
yeah.
brand. Yes.
Great
Very nice
people.
list.
That is a very good list. Oh, what is this one? Oh, Dan Fishman.
Yes. He's been cutting down trees, getting his firewood ready because
Oh,
winter's coming.
winter is coming. Yeah, that is really good. And
And
it's a
so is
great workout.
Mandalorian season 2.
Ho, ho, ho. Yay! Oh my gosh.
That is awesome. So my awesome thing is I went to my middle niece's wedding.
Yay! I saw that.
I
That
know
was
it was
so cool.
fantastic, and it was pretty exciting because, I mean, there's just my family went through a lot in 2016. It wasn't just me; it was just like every part of our family just went to shit, and I mean seriously,
It was
like
like you think
it was
2020 is a bad
just.
year. That was the shittiest year for your
Oh my
family.
God, it was awful. It was thing after thing after thing. And for my niece, her fiance, she came home in 2016 and young guy and found him dead in the bathroom of an aneurysm.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, it was just like the thing that just capped that year off of, I mean, I,
Yeah.
so she, went through a really hard time, but she met a wonderful guy and we
Yay.
love him and he's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so she got married this last Saturday, which was
It
incredible.
was so cute. I watched like the live stream. It's
Oh my
like
God, it was
I was
amazing.
crying.
Oh my God, she cried all down the
I
aisle
know.
and then
She
we're all
cried. I
sympathy
was crying.
crying.
Everyone was
Oh my
crying.
God. But it was even better and more joyous because she had some medical issues and was told she could never have children and that was just out of the realm, which was just a crushing blow to her because I mean, she knew that was something that she wanted.
Right.
Um, so when she got married, not only did she get married on Saturday, but she was 8 months pregnant.
Oh Lord. Yeah. So she's gonna have a baby too.
Yes. And so,
Yay.
I mean,
I kind of figured
it's,
that.
I know, which Heather was on a Thirsty Thursday with me with our other friends when I got the news like months ago that my niece was pregnant and they all saw me get the phone call and then just start crying.
I know she's bawling her eyes out. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And,
I
and,
know,
and
which,
they're all both.
during COVID, you're like,
The thing is, like, they all thought it maybe was bad, but I know you, and like, you cry when you're really, really happy more than if you're really, really sad. So
if
I'm
I'm
like,
really,
oh,
really sad, it's straight face.
yeah. I'm like, something bad's going on when she's not blinking. You're like, but you were crying, so I'm like, oh, good news.
Yeah,
Phew.
so it was awesome. That was I mean, that was incredible for our family. It was like
I love
it
that.
was kind of ending all of this misery that happened in 2016 because and all of it has been healed. Like all of it which seemed insurmountable, like everything is healed.
It's such a great thing.
Everything is healed. This has been the last thing.
So maybe this will be like the turning of the tide where you just can, like, 2020 is like, well, we're done with this stupid
Yes.
shit. Let's go for good things from here on out.
Yes,
And
Gandalf the White has arrived. They
yes,
are riding down with the army of the dead ghosts to,
yes,
to do a little Lord of the Rings reference. So
yes.
yes, that's what happened.
You see, and I'm on board with it. And I'm like, I think it's awesome that you had to explain it because I'm like, oh yeah, other people might not know what we're talking about. I love it. That is so great. And congratulations to them. And they deserve
Yeah.
all this happiness. And that
So
is,
now next week we'll
yeah.
have a whole bunch of photos from your birthday.
Hopefully we don't get arrested or in a riot and get trapped somewhere or whatever.
So
But
we'll do photo
if it happens,
progressions of the day.
yeah, it's gonna go from like happy normal to We'll see how it goes. We might be like really good girls and like just go to a rare bookstore and fondle books.
And then get banned from there.
That's happened.
Yeah, Heather and I are no longer allowed into the rare book
They're
store.
beautiful books. What can I say? I'm a sucker for them.
Just because we made masturbation jokes.
I wasn't gonna masturbate to on a whatever a $20,000 book. They shouldn't have let me touch it. I'm sorry.
You were just storing it up for later.
I am. It's in my book spank bank. I ended this in a bad way.
That's how nerdy we are.
Yes,
We're
I
like,
love
oh,
that
this
book. It's
book,
so
it's a
hot.
first edition and it was signed.
They had a Lord of the Rings that was
They did.
amazing.
They
It made
did.
me want to cry. So, and I don't think that bookstore's there anymore either. So I'm like, dang it. Dang
Nope.
it. So anyway, oh yes, we're like over time now, Kara.
Uh-oh.
Do we have anything else we want to add to this conversation of
God, no, I think we went into masturbation, so we should probably end it.
I need to go find me some good books. No, just to read, just to read. Oh, well, thank you guys for joining us tonight. This has been wonderful. We've had lots of good comments. I'm so pleased that you all could join us. Please come back next week and see how bad it got for my birthday.
Yes. And so, our show is all about looking at the good side and good news and all that kind of stuff. Great things that are coming out for the Libertarian Party, for our candidates, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's where we focus. That's what we're looking at.
You
We're
guys need good news.
absolutely.
That's what we bring. So have a great week. We will see you next Wednesday, Hump Day, and we will share what happened. And hopefully we can we'll see if like the weird things happen in October, and if more weird crazy things do happen,
Yes.
we're going to share it. Well, of course we'll talk more about it, but if you think of things later, put it in our comments on our Sweet Subversives Facebook page, and we'll like share it and say, look, they predicted it. The Nostradamus of the libertarian parties, they predicted it. So I'm kind of curious. It's that kind of year. So have a great week. Love you guys. And if you want to donate to our Patreon account, I say this every week, we will never have anyone ever do it. But if you do, it will shock the hell out of you. But if you have, like, you win the lottery and you're like, what am I going to do with all this money? Give it to us. We could get better equipment. It could be awesome. So anyway, have a great week. I know. I gotta try, right? It's what I do.
Give it the old college try.
I always do. So love you guys. See you next week. Take care.